Hi guys, hi everybody. This is episode 5 of FUT podcast together with Jake FUT Trading here. We're going to talk today about team of the year.
Hey guys, exciting time in FIFA. The Team of the Year cards look phenomenal. I just tried Messi last night, and he is broken as you would expect. So, really excited to talk about these players and what's going on in FUT with you.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what was launched this week already until this moment. We are recording in the night of the midfielders. So we have attacker, midfielders, we have two flashbacks. I'm going to ask Jake a lot of questions about how to trade during this week and when to buy these players, what are the best prices, what prices they will get to, all these tough questions that everybody is DMing him every day. So if
Uh
you want to hear all these answers, stay tuned with us.
Yeah, I'll do my best. This is new to me, guys, so he's putting me on the spot. I promise I don't have anything prepped for this, so this should be interesting.
So I will start quite straightforward to it. Team of the Year launched yesterday.
Yeah.
We had for 24 hours we had the attackers Mane, Mbappe, and Messi in packs. Yesterday we got also Manuel Neuer flashback.
hmm
Today we have the midfielders Frankie De Jong, N'Golo Kante, and Kevin De Bruyne,
Yep.
and we have also flashback David Luiz. How is Team of the Year looking for you, Jake, and what can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so far I'm really happy with most of the Team of the Year. A couple things that I'm happy about is the upgrades. I think they juiced them really good. I think that their upgrades are fair and they're true Team of the Year upgrades. I mean, when I look at De Jong especially, that's a huge boost for him. Uh, De Bruyne, he looks fantastic, and even Conte too. I mean, these are all high tier caliber players. I think the biggest impacts are definitely De Jong, De Bruyne, and Conte. It's just the attackers already have so many specials that they're closing in on these gaps. I think that's why you're seeing Messi come down the most out of the attackers because he already has, a few 95 plus cards, so it's not that exciting when, the gap is only 4 points to 99. But Mane's upgrade was drastic, De Young's is huge, so those are really exciting to me. I like how they did that. I'm liking their selection of flashback team of the years. I mean, they're really juiced cards. We could talk about the pricing for them. Sure. I mean, I know that Luis is extremely expensive, but I would say right now he's definitely a top 10 center back. He has a lot of name value in FIFA. He has incredible links because you can get him in the Militao type teams, Jesus, Tellus. There's supposedly a Marcelo flashback coming. So, yeah, he's 490K, but I don't think he was ever going to be below 400. So, I'm okay with it, especially with the upgrades coming back. Again, Neuer's expensive too at 120K, but he's by far the best goalkeeper in the Bundesliga. So, I think it is what it is. What about you?
Yeah, to start with let's say special cards, Neuer, he's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he's a challenge for Ter Stegen because they have the same nationality. Okay, Ter Stegen strong links with the La Liga meta center backs,
Mm-hmm.
but for Bundesliga, his Neuer he's quite good and the price is okay. I mean, if you have a Bundesliga team and you want a top tier goalkeeper, Neuer is the one to go. Iniesta, we have also
Mm-hmm.
Iniesta, let's say, objective. Iniesta never had like a great card. So let's say he's alright.
Yep.
Probably he's not like FUT champions material, but he's okay to have it in your team. He's quite easy to get. Okay, you need to play a lot of rivals, but he's easy to get.
Yep.
And David Luiz. I want to say something about David Luiz because last year I played approximately, let's say, 1000 games with David Luiz flashback. And
Yep.
this card is not very different from that one last year. Okay, he has, let's say, less in-game stats, but not with important minuses.
Mm-hmm.
But even for 500k, he's a player that you would want to get in your Premier League team. And
Yep.
second thing is that people are expecting, I'm expecting, let's see this year, I'm expecting some upgrade packs
Yep.
for this promo. And if you do the upgrade packs, you will have enough let's say SBC fathers
Hmm.
to do David Luiz.
Yeah, I think it's cool that he's out for 20 days. That's a pretty unique mix. It's going to add a floor price to a lot of those 85 plus cards because I think people will complete this over time. I mean, when you look at Prem center backs, they're really lacking this year with Scream, Otamendi, and any special of VVD being the top choices by far. So I really think he's the second best center back in the Premier League. So if you're running a squad and can afford to do it, I mean, I would.
Yeah, and keep in mind something else. VVD, you have him linked with who? With Alisson.
Hmm.
Alisson is a Brazilian. He links very good also with David Luiz. So you have all this problem, let's say problem with linking the center backs from Prem solved. Also imagine a left back. Imagine Marcelo flashback comes maybe in these 20 days. That flashback will also make David Luiz be completed even more.
Yeah,
So
let's
yeah.
mention one thing here. I think it's a good time to talk about it because they have changed this in the last, I think, about month and a half, and I think it's a big problem. It's gone under the radar. They haven't really spoke on it. So EA has now been giving out rewards with SBCs as untradeable packs. So when you complete Luis, you get packs back, of course, for each squad you complete, and you get packs back. But the problem is now that EA is making those packs untradeable. So here you get a 25k pack for La PSG SBC of David Luiz, but those are untradeable now. In the past, they used to be tradable, which is kind of part of the fun because people did add value back into the SBC for that. So say David Luiz cost 500k, maybe you pack 75k worth of items after completing him and can resell them to kind of gain back some of that value you lost or some of those coins. But now you can't. So recently they've changed the packs to untradeable, which we're really not liking as a community. It's really odd for them to do that. I'm guessing their excuse is that they have first owner objectives, or I don't know what it is because they haven't spoke about it. But I think they need to make a statement on that, and I hope they revert it back in the future because it really deters people from doing SBCs a little bit more, and I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah, so very good point, Jake. And I want to say something here. So they lowered rewards for any SBC this year. They
Hmm.
lowered for league SBCs. Remember that people were grinding last year's were grinding league SBCs
Yeah.
to get packs and to also get, let's say, players.
Hmm.
So I believe this is a policy they will not. I mean, I want it to change to be tradable, but I don't think they will change it. They will stick to low rewards and untradeable rewards. This is my, let's say, prediction. And I want to also add here an insight. Last year we had flashback Casillas during Team of the Year,
Hmm.
and he was like, I believe, the cheapest 91 rated player, and he
Yep.
was like 50k, so I did him.
Hmm.
And in the packs, I've got Team of the Year Kante tradable.
Oh wow.
Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. So that cannot happen this year, of course. But yeah, what can I say? Probably there are a lot of I don't know. It's EA strategy this year. I hope they change it, but from what I saw during their process, they have a reason for doing this.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, they obviously have a reason always for what they do. It usually has a monetary intent because they're a company and a smart company at that. But it's just something we've noticed. It's something that should be pointed out. And I do hope they touch on it because they shouldn't just change things drastically without telling their users that definitely notice.
Yeah, no, true, and let's see if we hear something from them
Hmm.
soon, because with the let's say the communication from them wasn't that great in the last. It wasn't that great ever.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah, true, ever.
Let's get to the hot topic, Jake.
Sure.
The big question now: when to buy Team of the Year players?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a really hard question. People have been spamming, of course, asking a lot of traders that question. So right now, it's definitely time to stay away. They're going to fluctuate some. I traded Messi last night because what happens is with these team of the year, there's really not all that much supply. So Messi yesterday, last night, he went down to like a 5.3 on PS, right around. I think the lowest I saw listed was like 5.325 exactly. I didn't get it, but basically he went down at night because people kept listing him. No one was buying. People generally wait for like a bottom price, or they just hope he's going to keep dropping, or they're fearful. But then as EU woke up early this morning, he jumped back up to, I think he sold highest around 6 million flats. So it was pretty profitable, and they're going to change and fluctuate like that a lot right now as they separately go into packs. But you'll see them all dip here once they're all in packs together. And they'll definitely dip too if there's upgrade packs out. We're all hoping for that. People are stocking up on their league rare golds, and I hope that that comes. It's just fun in FIFA. People will literally grind that for hours upon hours every day, and probably like double digit hours, 10 plus sometimes on the weekend. But it's fun. It's fun for people to get a shot at Team of the Year for low value. So they better give those packs back this year, and that would reduce the value as well. Team of the Year notoriously drops pretty much for a few weeks after the event. There's so much hype around the new cards that they stay high right away. But over time, their prices deteriorate, and that's just because the hype is gone. There are different cards coming out sometimes. So I think last year, like 2 weeks after Team of the Year, their prices were all drastically lower. But the hard part about telling people when to buy teams is I want them to use the players they want to use, you know? So, yeah, people are going to lose value in their team over time, but it's important you also enjoy the game. I mean, let's face it, most people aren't playing FIFA in summer, so you only got a few good months left. So just buy who you want to use, don't look back. But I'd at least wait till the full team is in packs.
Yeah, let's say to the people watching us or listening to us that the full team is from Thursday to Sunday, I think, or to Monday. What do you say?
I would probably say to Monday since it started
To
on a
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah, so you have like let's say Thursday when everybody is opening their rewards, their FUT Champions rewards. Everybody will wait for Thursday to have all the team packs. So Thursday probably is the day people are opening the most of the packs.
Yeah.
But also I saw some let's say grinders of packs who are waiting for the weekend to do some streams, to open packs during streams. And yeah, you guys have a chance to maybe wait until then
Hmm.
and buy them. Or as I saw also some people doing on Twitter, guys, if you have the coins uh, and you can afford them,
Hmm.
because very few people can afford these cards,
Yep.
um, just buy them and play with them and enjoy as you said.
Yeah, it's tricky. I don't advise buying teams often just because it's not fun to always be fearful. I think that so much of the community is scared of buying cards because they're so scared of them dropping. And I see why this year because some cards have lost value dramatically and it's deterring for people, but you have to just take it as it is and enjoy it. If the market's going down anyway as a whole, every other card got cheaper too. So that happened a few times this year where the market went down unexpectedly and everyone lost some coins, but it also made cards cheaper. So it's kind of just a give and take.
And one, let's say, funny thing is that this year, if you, let's say, for the price of money team of the year, you can buy all the, let's say, the most expensive top 11 gold players. You can buy Mbappe, Neymar, Virgil, Kante, Son, Messi, Ronaldo, and you still have some spare change left
Mm-hmm.
because the gold players are so cheap. And there are some gold players who are very meta, like Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo. Maybe not like last year's, but he's also a nice player to play with. So you can also choose this possibility. These
Yep.
gold cards got very lower during team of the year, or let's say previous days, and you can now afford them than to only buy one player and maybe be disappointed by his price.
Yeah, exactly.
Going further, I have some information, and you said something about Team of the Year dropping. I wanted to tell people that the calendar last year in FIFA 19 involved uh, right 1 week after Team of the Year ended, we had Future Stars promo.
Exactly.
So that was one of the reasons Team of the Year dropped
Yep.
after 1 week. And you said also 2 weeks after Team of the Year last year, we had Headliners
Yep.
promo, which was these two promos were very unexpected, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
and there were a lot of nice cards and boosted cards, very boosted cards there. Also, we get on at the half of February we get winter upgrades and wants to watch winter,
Yep.
and yeah, during next 2 3 weeks, these cards definitely will fluctuate in price.
Yeah, and I think that people know about Future Stars this year, but I also think that from what I understand, it's actually almost as hyped, if not more hyped than Team of the Year. I'd say if we ran a poll right now, like on Twitter, and I can actually run it and follow up next episode, I think Future Stars is by far the most look forward to promotion, just because of how fun the cards were last year. Like Havertz, Militao were super juiced up, really fun alternatives. I think it's coming again, and I think people are really, really excited about it. Like Daniel James, cards like that where they're not good in FIFA right now. I mean, no one's using them, but if they juice them and they're their favorite player in real life, or people are excited about their talents, yeah, it's gonna be a huge thing.
Yeah, let's say these future stars, let's say at least until team of the season, this will be the most juiced cards
Hmm.
some low tier players can get at this point in time.
Exactly.
Maybe some of them don't even get, let's say, team of the season, and there are some nice cards to use. I remember last year when Vinicius Junior came future star, people were comparing him with Neymar Team of the Year, and
Hmm.
Neymar price dropped a little bit. So imagine that hype.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Team of the Week.
Hmm.
Not so important, let's say, in the moment, but I saw some predictions with the game that Ronaldo played yesterday, where he had a hat trick. It was a Monday game.
Yep.
What do you feel? Do we get Ronaldo in this new Team of the Week?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good look ahead to see how the 12th man team of the year voting is going. I don't think we see him in both. That I mean, I know that Conte was this time, but I just don't think that makes a whole lot of sense to do.
Yeah.
Which is just fine by me. I mean, I know Conte and TAA are actually both situations where they're in both right now, but I think it's just one or the other, in my opinion, because Ronaldo's going to have more good performances this year. It's obvious. So they don't need to give him a team of the week by any means. But yeah, he deserves one for sure.
Yeah, so let's wait and see about that. And I had another question about. Okay, now we don't have the defenders released and the goalkeeper,
Hmm.
which is Allison. Uh, my feeling is that the left back and the right back and the goalkeeper, of course, will be the cheapest team of the year players this year. Uh, do you think people will afford them? How do you see tomorrow's prices and compared with what we got until now? Let's say more hyped players like attacking players and midfielders.
I think the defenders are going to be really expensive this year. I think that there is a really severe lack of dominant left back and right backs this year. I mean, people are still rocking gold Mendy's and gold tomatoes, so I
Yeah.
mean, and they really are, and they think they're some of the best cards in the game still, even with all these informs. So I think that these defenders will be really pricey, especially Robertson, because the Prem doesn't have any left back options really. I mean, it's his own cards really, and there's not that many great left backs, like I said. So I think he's going to come out really expensive. It depends how much they juice him, but I would say on day one, probably around 600 to 750K for each of them. Arnold's card will probably be a little bit better overall, especially because he already has a couple informs this year. But I think they're going to be super duper expensive. because people are still using base gold cards in those positions, and I mean like a lot of people.
Yeah, no, no, I agree with that, and yeah, we'll see. And I just realized Allison Team of the Year will strong link with David Luiz. So
Yeah, I think that
yeah,
helps, and then I think the Delict will be an interesting one because he's definitely going to be the best defender in that league. So anyone rocking that league will probably want to use him. I think
yeah.
Vander Sar is a really clever way to link him in if you want to do it that way.
Hmm.
And then like inform Theo Hernandez is incredible actually at that left back position. So you can make a
Hmm.
pretty nice defense with him there. So I think he'll be around 1 million flat, whereas VVD will be closer to like 2.5.
Yeah, probably the best center back in game.
Definitely, yeah.
Going further to our segment, which is called "Learn Something Every Week," I will ask you. I will ask you, let's say, a question regarding. Let's say I'm a starter in FIFA Ultimate Team. I don't have a lot of coins, and I know you have some methods to trade during Team of the Year. If you can give us one secret, it will be perfect.
Yeah, I can touch on a couple things here, but obviously this would depend on how many coins the individual has. But what I want to talk about here is just a trend we saw happen massively before Team of the Year, and it's going to happen again probably once the next promo comes out. So I think we should touch on it. I want to just touch on panic selling and panic selling leading into promos and why it happens and why I knew they were going to rebound this time. So Team of the Year was coming out on a Monday, which is kind of an odd starting date for promotions. They usually do a Friday,
Yeah.
but everyone knew the date, everyone had it in mind. So, starting on last Friday, people were slowly selling their team, getting ready for this event. And why exactly they were selling, I'm not 100% sure. I think that they might have been selling because they either wanted these Team of the Year cards or they're just scared that all these lightning rounds are going to crash the market. So they were selling everything. And I mean, in pack stuff, out of pack stuff. And it doesn't really make sense because Team of the Year is notorious for starting and dividing it between segments. Like attackers, who cares if attackers or defenders were first? It wasn't the full squad, right? So basically on Monday you were going to get literally 3 to 4 cards in packs, but people sold everything. So I'm going to pull up an example on my screen. And this is one that we knew would do pretty well because the Premier League this year doesn't have a lot of dominant strikers. I mean, people are still rocking Abba Gold and Aguero Gold, so there's a lack of strikers actually in that league. So actually, Mane has a striker card, and I'm going to show you his graphs here. Basically, what you can see is that he was around on Sunday. He was around 485k. Okay, on PS4. But I can tell you this on Monday morning, this card was really easy to buy at 410 to 415k. So he dropped around 15% give or take in value, and there was no reason for him to drop. Sure, he was getting a team of the year, that was pretty well known, but his team of the year is 3 million plus. So usually people aren't selling a 400k card to buy a 3 million card. It just doesn't work that way. So
Yeah. Yeah.
when you saw a 15% drop on some of these high meta guys, you have to know it's a good time to buy. So Mane actually recovered that same day on Monday to 450 to 460k. So you would have profited around, again, give or take 30k a card, which is massive. The same thing happened with Striker Salah, happened with Ben Yedder's first inform. Again, he was 199k about on Sunday, but by Monday he went down to 155 to 160 on PS4, and it's like, what do you think? Like, people are gonna switch Ben Yedder for Team of the Year Mbappe? Like, people aren't selling a 200k card to go buy Team of the Year Mbappe. So because Ben Yedder has some of the most goals in the game right now in FIFA. He actually does. People love him. He was gonna recover, so he's up about 20 to 25K from again Monday morning. So just guys know that if you see a lot of panic selling leading into promos, especially on out of pack cards, usually they're going to recover, especially if there are huge price gaps or those new cards are packed really few and far between. And lightning rounds put more coins on the market. So people are using real money most of the time to open these packs. So those are just extra coins in their account. So not only are they going to go up just from a rebound, but they're going to go up because people have extra coins to buy stuff for their team and they can try new players out that they've been wanting to try.
Yeah, very good. This approach related to panic selling previous to a promo and an expensive, let's say an expensive promo, because okay, maybe there will be some promos that they will come and things will not be the same. But true, I saw a lot of cards going much higher in price
Mm-hmm.
in just let's say couple of hours after
Yep.
the Team of the Year release, just because this happened. Like people were selling to get coins. They realized they cannot afford the 5 million attacker from Team of the Year, and
Yeah,
they bought back the Ben Yedder.
exactly. Same people that sold bottom right back.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very good here. Very good. Uh, just because I'm wearing a Manchester City shirt and we are recording during the City United game in the Cup, City is 3-0 at halftime.
Okay.
So I guess I got them a lot of luck
No kidding.
today.
No kidding.
And going further, I have just couple of things to say. I've posted during my last FUT Champions weekend. I posted something on Twitter where I said that I'm the type of person who never quits a game, even if the opponent is leading
Yeah.
5-0. And I've got a lot of let's say retweets and likes and a lot of comments and replies. These were very nice, and I see that a lot of people approved about this reasoning that uh, there is, let's say, a lot of aggressivity in the community where let's say you are leading 2-0 and you feel like your opponent is way weaker than you, and you start shushing and pausing the game and just make him quit the game.
Yep.
And what I want to tell you guys, if you guys are doing this, just to let you know, this kind of methods just annoy the other opponent more, and he will want to stay more in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So don't do that. Just let's say play fair. Okay, if you are, let's say, um, you can score more and you can make him drop faster, but don't try to provoke him. And I saw a lot of replies who agree with me, so I feel like the community is on the same page. Don't try to push the opponent, just play and it will be easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the second topic which I had this week on my Twitter was about if uh, you would if you would apologize EA if they would give a Team of the Year player for free to each of you, and the responses were quite surprising. 54% said no, so you won't take a Team of the Year player from EA just to forgive everything they were doing, let's say this year in their last year. And I think this says a lot of about the state of the game.
Yeah, I think that I saw that poll. I actually laughed when I saw you post it. But yeah, it's deep. The issue with the company, I think, right now, and their disconnect with the users. Like we talked about earlier, even the untradeable packs, it kind of seems like they're conniving and doing things away from the user and getting information wrong. And of course, they're not admitting server problems. And basically, anytime they do talk about server problems, which they have a couple of times in the past year, it's just we're working on it, which is it's not really enough. It doesn't really mean anything to us until we notice an improvement. So I think it's good that people can't be bought off for the team of the year. Gonna take more
Yeah,
serious
yeah,
work.
but I just some pause here. I want to say that if you would put a, let's say, a screen in game where they can choose if they take the team of the year player or not, and forgive EA, I don't know if the people will stick to the vote.
That's a great point. Yeah, if they see a Messi or Mbappe or De Bruyne in front of them, they're grabbing it.
Yeah, yeah. Going to, let's say, to the end of the show, toward the end part, we have this part where we will say what will happen this week. We talked a little bit about it during the first part. So we expect defenders while you're watching probably this, and the goalkeeper, all the full team of the year in packs.
Hmm.
Last years we had upgrade packs, upgrade SBCs. Um,
Yep.
some people were saying maybe we don't get them this year. I don't know. I hope we get them. Everybody, that's the fun part of the team of the year promo, the upgrade packs.
Yep.
If they take that away, I don't know if it's on the right move for EA. And we still expect some moments and flashbacks, right?
Yeah, I think that just due to expectation and leaks, we can kind of talk about what we expect or some players in. So
Mm-hmm.
this one is just actually, we'll call it an EA leak because they mess up so much they kind of leak their own stuff half the time. So on David Luiz's SBC, originally they actually wrote Ibrahimovic's name on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was on in-game menus on companion app. So it looks like we're getting an Ibra. He's had some really dominant Team of the Year cards in the past, so people will be pretty excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
He should be on AC Milan, I hope, on that card, and that would make him really desirable because he's been really hard to link in recent years, and I think he'd get completed a lot just because um, he's a FIFA favorite. You know, people just love his name value too. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
think Yeah, and then I think Pogba is another one that is really likely because he hasn't got any special cards this year. It's a perfect time to flashback or throwback to him, so that makes sense to me. What about you?
Yeah, did we get a Pogba last year?
I think we got a Pogba footies, I want to say.
Yeah, maybe.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I remember. So last year we got Neymar as the 12th player,
Hmm.
and I believe that was it. Yeah, so Ibra definitely a fan favorite in FIFA Ultimate Team. I
Hmm.
was just wondering if they can boost even more his pace compared to his Scream card, which is 100k. But okay, we'll see that. Definitely, we'll have a midfielder and an attacker in the next days to fill in the, let's say, the all the positions.
Hmm.
Pogba would be great. Imagine French, imagine Premier League. He's quite strong in game. He's strong with his gold card, so people will do Pogba. Yeah, so
And
I
then,
hope I hope we get some fun cars. I don't really care about their prices, their price points,
hmm
but I hope we get them.
yeah, I have it on my screen too. I think one of the other ones that was suggested was this Marcelo Team of the Year flashback to
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year. He was in the leaks, just being honest with you guys, but David Luiz wasn't. So people are scared that they swapped those two, or the leaks were wrong, or whatever the case may be. But people are a little worried that he isn't coming now. But I have his '94 Team of the Year popped up on my screen, and it was a fantastic card, a FIFA favorite. So I'm hoping he comes because he provides incredible links and just a really fun card. And I think there's a lot of nostalgia in that card already.
yeah. I remember people playing him last year's, playing him like a left wing or a
Hmm.
CDM.
Yeah, he could play
So
anywhere.
he could have played anywhere. Yeah, he was great. I hope we also get them. I mean,
Me
in
too.
my team I have Ferland Mendy Fatma's card, but I definitely can fit Marcelo somewhere.
We all can. Yeah, he'll be on our teams.
Let's say going to the last part of the show. Let's take some questions. I know
Hmm.
you asked also some questions on your Instagram, where if you don't know, guys, Jake is very active, so follow him there. A lot of nice graphics on his Instagram, where a lot of success there. So let's see what you have for us today, and after that we'll end today's episode.
Yeah, let me just pull it up here. There's a few good ones. So I'll start with one I know off the top of my head, which was simply um, they asked us who we think will be the 12th man for Team of the Year.
That's a very easy answer. It's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yep, and I fully agree with that. I don't think Florian and I are here to debate who is deserving of it because this is a FIFA Team of the Year that I think the vote is
Yeah,
pushed
no,
towards, and people want that Ronaldo Team of the Year. And I think that this year, more than usual, his card needs a little bit extra boost to make him kind of that elite meta card because his gold card isn't quite as elite this year. So I think that people are 100% going to pick him.
two things here, because I have, if you don't know, guys, I have also a TikTok profile. I made a poll there, and from, let's say, 1,000 votes, I think Ronaldo has 700 votes, and Lewandowski only 300. So people want Cristiano.
Yep.
Second thing, you were put there to choose between one lone player out of those five, and probably you chose Ronaldo because you can have Ronaldo in your team and play him in friendlies. So
Yeah, 100%. They steered it a little bit towards Ronaldo. It wasn't at all about real life performance, what you're voting on. So, when
yeah,
talking to a FIFA audience, I think it's always going to be him.
yeah, yeah. And I wrote also on my Twitter that uh, the only chance Ronaldo wouldn't been like the 12th player was Neymar being in the nominees. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
This is an interesting question. I have some comments on it, but maybe you do too. It says, "Is it just me, or have I not seen any big FIFA YouTuber pack a Team of the Year?"
I haven't seen one either. I was watching yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I was watching Castro while I was watching also Nick run the food market,
Uh huh.
and Castro had like 120K viewers,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, hey, what's happening? Let's switch to him. What's there? He was opening like thousand of dollars, euros of FIFA points, and no team of the year. Maybe things will change until we post this, but you need to spend a lot of money to pack one of those.
Yeah, and I think that yesterday I saw it posted around. I don't know where the tweet is, but I think that I know that Castro and Bateson both combined didn't pack a Team of the Year, and I think their total exceeded. I want to say at least $8,000 spent, and they didn't
Yeah,
pack neither,
at least, yeah,
and neither spent packed a Team of the Year. So pretty pathetic, guys. If you're one to buy FIFA points in hopes of packing something like that, please don't. I mean, the chances are so low. You're seeing it with what they're outputting, so just don't. There are great, trading services that will help you get there. There's great free trading content. You can make so much more just by putting in some time and effort.
yeah, yeah. I agree totally with you.
Um, this was asked a few times, so I can cover it. A lot of questions on marquee matchups this week, which I think is going to be really important because um, it's extra packs, right? People want to
Yeah,
get as many packs as they can for Team of the Year, so I think literally everybody's going to do marquee matchups at least on one account. So they,
I don't know. Do you think marquee matchups will give tradable rewards?
oh, I hope so. Oh, geez, don't even go there. So I'll just go through my predictions because I already have them.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
think
sure.
I think that the first game that should be in is Spurs versus Liverpool. I think that there's like an 80% chance likelihood of that. For games in the top five leagues, they do usually require specific team. So like they're gonna ask for probably either two Spurs or Liverpool players or one of each, something like that. So if you want to get their golds at discard anytime during the week, it also can double up on the Premier League upgrade investments for the league upgrade. So super safe there. Paris versus Monaco is the second. PSG versus Monaco. I think there's a good percentage there too at 75%. You can probably get them at discard during lightning rounds for Paris and Monaco cards. No problem. And then game three, I put less percentage for this game because at 60% because EA Sports lost Juventus licenseship, so they use Paimon Calcio, as we all made fun of earlier in the year heavily.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think they like to use him as much and kind of acknowledge that issue that they have. So I always include less percentage if I include Juventus. But if you can get any of those at discards during lightning rounds, I think you're good. And then game 4, uh, this is kind of a toss up because they usually go lower level leagues here, but I think Cardiff versus Swansea is likely. And I for this game they don't usually require specific cards, but what you can do is you can get that league, and I recommend getting actually the outside backs or center backs at less than 400 coins at a really low risk investment.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I have also all these games on my list for this week marquee matchup. There is also, let's say, one wild card, which is FC Metz with
Yeah,
Strasbourg from League One. If they don't include Paris with Monaco, probably they will include this one.
agreed.
But yeah, you go for the safe side of Spurs Liverpool. This card during lighting rounds. They can be also very useful for the league upgrade packs if we get them later this week.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, anything else, or this is it?
Yeah, I think we stay there for now. I think we covered most of the rest of the questions that were prominent in the discussion.
Okay, so guys, thanks for watching again. I see more and more of you watching this podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can also remember you can also listen to it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. Just search Fat Buddies, and we are there. You can listen on the road or wherever. Thanks for watching. I hope, guys. I hope until next time. I hope we get some good player SBCs. We get some upgrade packs. I hope you guys pack something. Remember, don't spend any FIFA points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in again. The support on these has been increasing every single episode. Florian and I are having a lot of fun with it as well, so that's really important to us. But I really appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully, you gain something from it, whether it's just staying up to date on FUT or learning about the market a bit, or just watching this beautiful Romanian talk, because that's what I'm here to do. Good job, Florian.
Thanks,
You-
thanks a lot.
have a
Thanks
good
a
rest.
lot.
Have a good rest of your day, guys.
Of course, guys. Don't forget to tune in also next week, and yeah, stay safe. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.